Salesforge isn't a single tool for cold email automation. No, it's a whole arsenal of tools designed to dominate cold email outreach. Currently, there are more than 4 tools in the Salesforge ecosystem. So today, I'll explain how each of them works so you could use Salesforge's tools to their full potential and dominate the cold email space. So let's begin. Like I mentioned previously, Salesforge has more than 4 tools. Let me explain them all one by one in the order of their releases. First tool released, of course, was Salesforge. Salesforge is an all-in-one cold email sending system. The difference is that Salesforge is built by people with years of sales experience, like the founder Frank Saunders, who worked at Google and a ton of other projects. What makes Salesforge unique is it's built around the best email sending practices, and that includes hyper-personalization. With Salesforge, you can programmatically personalize emails in mass by combining your product information together with your prospect's information. And no, I know what you think. You think the AI personalization is gonna be some terrible compliment generator written with a loosely ChatGPT prompt. No, Salesforge is much different than other tools. I could talk and talk, but it's better if I walk the walk. So here's an example of an email written entirely by Salesforge. And the best part is that you can always check what Salesforge will write before you send it. In your sequences, you have a tab called AI Preview. There you can see what kind of emails Salesforge will craft based on your inputs, like product information, tone, etc. You can even test it with a free trial. And that's not the end. Salesforge is built to replace all other tools you'd ever need for cold email. So it has built-in email validation, auto spin tags generators, and even a spam checker to evaluate whether or not your email is safe to be sent out. Salesforge also has unlimited mailbox warmup, a prime box to manage all of the replies you get, and a lead CRM where you can see all of your uploaded leads. Basically, Salesforge is everything you need to send cold emails with the highest deliverability and reply rate. That is, if you have domains and mailboxes set up, which usually takes a lot of time unless you use the second tool built by Salesforge called Mailforge. Mailforge is a tool that automatically generates and sets up top-level domains for you together with mailboxes. It automates any DNS record setup, domain forwarding, and even mailbox naming. Mailforge is more affordable than any other alternative like Gmail or Outlook, so it's perfect for anyone who's starting out or someone who wants to scale their email output without spending hours setting up DNS records. It's important to mention that Mailforge is similar to Gmail and Outlook because it's built on shared email infrastructure. If you'd rather private email infrastructure, then you'd have to opt for the third tool launched by Salesforge called Infraforge. Infraforge is Mailforge's brother or sibling. It's almost identical. Infraforge has automated domain and mailbox setup. It's more affordable than Gmail or Outlook. It even integrates the same into Salesforge or other tools. The only difference is that Infraforge has private email infrastructure. Now, if all of these terms are confusing to you, don't worry. I made a more in-depth video comparing private versus shared infrastructure or Mailforge versus Infraforge right here, so take a look at it later. But overall, Infraforge does the same thing like Mailforge, automates email infrastructure setup. It's just that it's private. Now, if you're not using Salesforge, you're not taking advantage of the free email warmup feature in Salesforge, then first of all, shame on you, and second, you'll find the fourth tool very useful, Warmforge. Warmforge is an email warmup tool built to warm up your mailboxes, so you could begin doing cold outreach successfully. You see, whenever you create new domains and mailboxes, you can't just start blasting emails, or else you'll just end up in spam. Before you automate anything, you need to make sure those mailboxes look like they're being used by a real person, and that's where email warmup tools like Mailforge come in. Warmforge automates all of your email warmup so you could heat up your mailboxes and be ready to do cold outreach without hurting your deliverability. Now, Warmforge isn't just that. It has a lot of safety features built in to make sure you stay at the peak deliverability rate. Warmforge has domain health checkup and other features to help you maintain your mailbox health. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you said that this is a lot, because it is. That's why I want to explain how the fifth tool by Salesforge works. Agent Frank. Agent Frank is an AI sales agent built to replace every other sales tool. Agent Frank automates email infrastructure setup, meaning you don't need Gmail or Outlook. You don't even need Mailforge or Infraforge. Also, Agent Frank takes care of email warmup, so Warmforge, no need. And once Agent Frank is set up, meaning it knows about your company, your ideal customer's profile, then Agent Frank reveals its true power. Agent Frank automates all of cold email outreach, meaning things like lead scraping and validating are things thing of the past. Writing personalized cold emails is no longer a part of your day. You no longer need to remember to send follow-up emails. Everything is automated by an AI SDR called Agent Frank. Everything from the start to booking sales calls. Because Agent Frank will even take care of the replies and objections you get during your cold email outreach, meaning that any questions you got will be automatically answered, and the conversation will go on till your prospect books a call. Agent Frank is an AI sales rep built to automate most of your outreach tasks. But it's important to note that Agent Frank is not built to replace your team members. It's built to enhance them. Currently, Salesforge, Mailforge, Infraforge, Warmforge, and Agent Frank make up the whole Salesforge cold email tool ecosystem. If you'd like to see a more in-depth tutorial of any of these tools, I'll link them down below. Subscribe for more.